so long it's like alchemy.
Very proud to see Matt Barnes get that ring, man. A mercenary throughout the league for the many years, deserves that. And then the spin baseline, Iguodala, 2 hands at the rim. The man only took 5 shots on the night. We need more attempts than that with the 2 snipers out. Then old man Vince, if they say the game slows down when you become a vet, how slow is the game for Vince? Still out there making plays. Clay in the 3rd quarter finally gets going. But again, no KD, no Steph. Clay, you need to handle the load. George Hill got loose. The layup, he had 4 3-pointers. Every time Golden State tried to pull away, Sacramento had an answer. This time it's the 4-year man out of Kansas, Frank Mason Jr. 20 seconds left. Bogdanovic, Draymond gonna lock him down. Sorry, no. Off glass, gets it to go. Sacramento takes the lead. Golden State, one last chance. But who do they go to? It's gotta be Clay, right? But off the dribble, pull up in Mason Jr.'s face? No, sir. Sacramento, who hasn't won at Oracle Arena since 2013, finally does, minus KD and Steph. And so Sacramento gets it done, and I was impressed. Let's talk a little bit about Sacramento. One, Willie Cauley-Stein is really coming into his own, and I always liked him at Kentucky. I kind of related him to a Tyson Chandler type of player, great rebounder, athlete, but he's starting to show on the offensive side. He had like 4 or 5 assists. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but he had an impressive amount of assists. Obviously, his ability to dive to the rim off the pick and roll, and I feel like he's their best player. What's his name? Labissiere, the big, long kid. He got in foul trouble, but they have a lot of athletes, and defensively, I don't know what their defensive rating is. You know Alchemy, man. I'm not a stats guy, but my eyes tell me that they're pretty decent defensively, especially as De'Aaron Fox starts to come on. We all know that that's where his real potential lies, is on that end of the court. No KD, no Steph. So what's it going to be? Now, everybody can kill Clay about the shot selection. I pointed out off the dribble at the end of the game. If you look up, I just got done saying I don't look at stats, but I was curious with this stat because, again, it's my eyes. We all know that Clay doesn't shoot as well off the dribble. In fact, 10% less. So he shoots about 50% catch and shoot. It's 40% off the dribble. I thought it was interesting that Kerr put the ball in his hands and kind of asked him to create his own shot. And I think what went on right there was Kerr was looking at the big picture. It wasn't necessarily about winning this game. It was about keeping the pecking order in order. And what I mean by that is you hear about these stars sharing the wealth, and Clay could go and get his own team and do. How are they so unselfish, right? With Steph and KD out, keeping the pecking order going, it's saying, all right, Clay, those guys aren't here. We've always said you're the next guy, so here it is. Now it's your chance. Because if they really wanted to win this game and it meant something, it would have probably been him coming off a screen as a catch and shoot option, the ball in Iguodala's hands. Excuse me, right? I think the play would have been a different play if it was truly about getting the win. But what it was about, damn. Your boy needs some water, but I'm going to keep on rolling. It was about kind of, pacifying Clay's ego. And now it's not a big one, but let's be clear. It was his opportunity to get the glory, and you can't complain with the shot that he got. I did not like the rotations late. I thought Jordan Bell could have got in the game, or perhaps David West. He was playing Caspi. Kerr played Caspi 30 minutes. You saw it wasn't in this highlight. And again, I apologize for these highlights, man. That shit was so short. It is what it is. You want the extendo, you know where to get it. But a big play toward the end of this game was Omri Caspi closed out and fouled a 3-point shooter. They got 3 free throws. On the 3rd free throw, Willie Cauley-Stein got the offensive rebound and put it back in. So that's like, what is that, a 4-point play, okay? And he was killing us in the paint late in the game. We really missed KD's length around the rim as a weak side, shot blocker and defender. And I felt like they could have gone to Bell, who in the first half broke up one of those lobs, and Willie Cauley-Stein had about 2 or 3 lobs and dunks at the rim in the 4th quarter, so I wasn't fond of Kerr's rotation, but I understood what he was doing with Clay. He was almost obligated to do it. You couldn't have gone away from Clay in that moment and then continued big picture to sell him on being the 3rd option. When the first 2 options aren't there, Clay's got to be the number 1 option. That's big picture. Even though it didn't work out, he forced a couple of shots late. And those of you that say, oh, man, don't be mad at Clay, because Clay is the greatest supplemental superstar we have in the league. Superstar is a subjective word. So you could call him a star, a superstar, an all-star, whatever it is. But what I mean by that is you can fit him along any other superstar and it won't take away from their game. And so there's just no guys in the league that you can really say that about. That's why Cleveland called Golden State when they had to move Kyrie. That's why Indiana called Golden State when they had to move Paul George, because they understand the rarity of his skill set. But at the same time, you can't expect him to be the man. You can't put the ball in his hands and expect him to create and do those other things that the other stars do. He's unique. So respect Klay for what he does, because Golden State wouldn't be Golden State without Klay. Now, moving forward, we've got the Lakers and this long road trip headed east, okay? Now, I'm going to point this out, and I don't want to be negative, but if you remember a few weeks ago when KD came down crazy on that right foot, right? It was after, I believe, a shot block. I'm going to find the footage for you. Hell, I'm going to bring it up. I don't care about whatever it may be. But I got everybody scared. Anybody who was watching the game goes, ooh, that's the surgically repaired right foot, okay? And he seemed to be okay. He was scared. He checked it, right? And then he played. Now, Golden State is saying he has a sprained ankle. Y'all know how I watch these games. I chop the footage up. I do a lot of editing. I watch each game about 2.5 times. I never saw him spraining his ankle. I put a clip out, and someone, I think it was my man Richard Kim, was like, yo, that's not the play. Because he pointed out he was grabbing the wrong foot or something. So I never found the play where he tweaked the ankle. But I do know about 2 weeks ago, right, he came down crazy on that right foot. So I just hope that Golden State isn't pulling like a Patriots here and just not divulging the real information of what this injury is. If it's his surgically repaired right foot that's bothering him now, I don't have to say anymore, right? How problematic that could be moving forward. So, you know, that's something to watch. If he plays in LA, throw it out the window. Okay, then maybe I was wrong, and you know, I don't want to go to the negative sides of things. But man, the conspiracy theorist in me makes me wonder: did he really sprain his ankle? Because I can't find it. Or is it that right foot that he tweaked coming down violently about 10 days ago? Hit that like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.